everybody. Welcome back to Crowdsurfing here at the Dice Tower. My name is Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Mike Delisio.
All right, so
Heyo.
today we're going to be taking a look at a few projects on Gamefound, on Backerkit, on Crowdogs, and Sticker Mule.
We do have a backer kit.
We have a Backerkit?
Yeah.
We do have a backer kit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joke didn't start till after that one.
we got a
Yeah.
backer
I
kit.
like it.
I like that. So you'll
Oh.
be seeing all sorts of things today.
Great
Before we get
news.
to that, though, let's talk about where your head should be at come July time, and that is Dice Tower East, folks, okay? You want to go to Dice Tower East, you want to get yourself a shirt that looks like that. It's
know
a
you want it.
straight up banger. And you want to get yourself a tote bag that looks like that.
That's right.
This one you gotta stay at the hotel for.
Yeah, you got to
Stay
stay
at
at
the
the hotel.
hotel.
You want
Right,
the tote
right.
bag that looks like this, you got to
at
stay
the
at the
hotel.
hotel.
Look how attractive we are, right? You want to be attractive? Go to Dice Tower East, 50% more attractive. Just walking in the door.
You know what? I'll jump on that bandwagon.
50% more
All right.
attractive.
You sold me. You sold me.
So Dice Tower East tickets, they are
Yes.
on sale.
They are right now at
On sale right
dicetowereast.com.
Right.
So you can go there to get your badge, and also, like we were saying, pre-order any merch that you want. There will be a link in there as well to make a reservation for the hotel if you want to stay there at the resort, which I highly recommend because
Yeah.
Tote bag.
you can game 24 hours a day gaming,
Yeah.
and then go right to your room and right back.
And several other goodies. You'll have like various
Yes.
things. There will be
Yes.
perks to staying on site, not just the obvious ones of you're there and you're
Right.
gaming as soon as you want to. But there's other stuff as well, right? The tote bag and various other things. But then if you're not, or if you're getting the other tote bag, then
Yes.
the other tote bag, tell them
Yeah,
about
so
it.
the other tote bag, if you come, you do get a tote bag. That's just with every registration.
You're getting a
we'll
tote
have
bag.
you have a tote bag, just a grocery tote kind of bag. And this is Dice Tower East 5th anniversary. So
Cinco.
5. So this year we're doing something a little fun with the tote bag. You'll get a little marker with it as well, so you can kind of use it as a yearbook, or I like to think of it as like a cast. You know, how
Yes,
you would like
right, I
sign
know,
all
yeah.
your
Like
friends'
that.
casts when you were in high school,
Yeah.
or the back of your yearbook, something like that. So you'll be able to help celebrate the 5th anniversary of Dice Tower East.
Yeah, and you'll see
So,
those. You can
excited.
scribble all over them. You'll be able to have your own unique version of that bag
Yeah.
when you're done.
Right. And I'll just come up and sign, keep being cool in third period.
I love it.
I'm gonna have to
I
work on
love
that
it,
little.
Actually, that's
Remember that
pretty
little
good.
S that we used to do?
Yeah,
you
the-
know,
the
S with
S.
"stay cool."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I'm gonna have to work
yeah.
on that.
Keep in touch.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. That is Dice Tower East. Get your tickets now. Now, this show specifically is sponsored by Gamefound. And before we jump into all these projects, let's take a look at something on Gamefound right now.
Today's project is the Old King's Crown second printing and New Songs of Home expansion. The Old King's Crown is one of the most acclaimed games of 2025, and here is your chance, if you did not pick it up then, to get it now. So you can check it out. The Old King's Crown is a game similar. The king is dead. You are a faction trying to take things over. It's similar to games like Cosmic Encounter, other games where there's negotiation back and forth. It is filled with glorious, wonderfully illustrated cards, some neat dual-layer player boards, and four very asymmetrical factions, and a big giant solo mode and a lot of things going on. You can also get the expansion that came out with the original one. It was called Wild Kingdom. They've changed the name to the Waking Kingdom. And there is a brand new expansion, Songs of Home, that adds 2 new factions. So it goes from 4 factions to 6. The Abundance, which seem to be some nice farmers, and the Wandering, which seem to be some forgetful ghosts. Again, wonderful artwork, more things, a city over the sea, another board, and we're going to be affecting things overseas. So again, you can get the base game, get the new expansion, and then a new game here, Annulet, the ancient game of Annulet, a brand new standalone 1 to 4 player game that's set in this world. So all this is available on Gamefound right now. That is the Old King's Crown second printing and New Songs of Home.
Alrighty, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into some more projects, folks. We are kicking it off here with Kaelora. Kaelora is a kind of an abstract-looking game, honestly. You're moving around on this board here. You are going to be moving your little dude, cute little wooden thing, and then picking these up and putting them into like a pyramid of tokens.
Like pattern building, really.
patterns,
right?
and then when
Yeah.
you complete a line across, you unlock a little thing. You're building patterns, groupings of things. I had a hard time seeing this board because I felt like the game was being played in the negative space of the board. I don't know if you guys experienced the same thing visually. Let me see if I can find the stinking board. There, this.
Yeah, it is the negative space. I think maybe it looks weird because the tokens aren't out there. There's not very many tokens on like the outside.
Yeah.
From a
Yeah.
distance, the only one I can see is the bright green, though. I
I
think.
just had the hardest time. I
visually-
looked at this and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time. I don't see the mountains. I don't see the spaces between. I'm playing like in the negative space of the
Yeah.
design of the game.
Yeah.
And I found that to be just kind of tricky. What did you guys think of the look of this?
I like the look, the visual look of it. I think as far as gameplay, it doesn't seem bad. I enjoy pattern building. I know it's not a mechanism. What do you call that?
It's a mechanism.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's
sure.
a scoring mechanism, I guess. That is done quite a bit, but I'm not tired of it. It's one that I enjoy, and I enjoy
Pattern
the
building?
Right, pattern building, or the little puzzle of you want every column and row to either be all the same or completely different.
That's interesting. I figured you would hate that crap.
No, I don't. I don't dislike it, and I'm not very over it. But I also feel like it is a crowded market, and this
Yeah.
seems to be a light gameplay. You know.
Yeah. I was kind of going in that direction of I feel like there are several games that are similar to this, with the whole, putting things in some type of a pattern, scoring based on completed rows, columns, that type of a thing. I like the general overall aesthetic. I think like the font used is sharp, and I like the wooden meeples. I agree the board is a little bit much going on, but it's always
visually,
until
yeah.
I have an actual physical thing in front of me, I don't want to judge it too harshly. But yeah, it looks pleasant is the way I would put it, but I don't know that it's one I would be excited about unless I hadn't played a lot of these types of games, and then it might draw me in.
I do like the overhead look of the board.
Yeah.
I do think I like that is a unique, not unique, but it's a cool view of it.
Good perspective.
Perspective, thank you. That's the word I was struggling with.
I'll tell you what. The one thing I do not understand: why is this game on Kickstarter?
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Why?
because
Like,
it's
This really looks ready to
light,
yeah.
and it's an established designer, not designer, but company
Publisher?
as well, right?
Who is it? Yeah, let me
It's,
see here. Da-da-ba-da-da-da.
If it's
The Tangerine.
Tangerine who did Nestling,
Oh,
they did
okay.
Nestlings, they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Peaks, Nestlings.
Yep, I haven't seen their most recent one.
The Sauros is a trick-taking game.
Oh,
so
yeah. I probably
dinosaur
did see it and
trick-taking
ignored it.
game.
I don't know. I mean, it's fine. They publish games on Kickstarter. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's just it has that look of this might be a good one to just get published with a publisher that's established, has distribution channels, has I don't know. It has that look
Right.
of
I could see this in Barnes and Noble.
this looks like it got it has Pandasaurus written all over it.
Right,
this
or
game.
if they want to do their own publishing, it looks like this would be their first direct to market, and it looks like it
also that.
could survive that way.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I do agree. It's odd that it's on Kickstarter. This one seems a little ready.
Yeah. All right, next up, we've got MegaGame Lobrary here from Level 99. So this is 5 little games being crowdfunded at the same time. It's not doing great.
Yeah, just
That was
Barely,
surprised. I am
barely
surprised.
funding. 5 days left, to be fair, but only 166 backers. That's rough. Those numbers are very low. And I do wonder if they're just sort of competing with themselves. It is 5.
Yes.
And you were mentioning
yeah.
like 3 seems to be a sweet spot for this kind of thing. At 5, you start picking and choosing at 5. You know what I mean? With 3, you're like,
sure do. Yeah.
yeah, I'll get all
Right.
3 and see what they're like. At 5, I'm like, where are the 3 good ones?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
yeah,
you
which
start
of
to-
these- yeah.
Right.
So yeah, let's go quickly through these. This one here is a combat game. I hate the aesthetic of
I
like
love
you
it.
know
That's my favorite. Are you kidding?
the high school notebook
I
thing.
Yeah.
100% love it.
That's
Yeah.
the S that
I'm-
Camilla was talking about.
Absolutely.
This
I-
S?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got. Is it actually in there?
I think it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, the
yes.
Strikers.
I love it. Makes me so happy.
Yeah, I nothing about this is working for me.
100%.
You love this one, though.
I like this one. Okay, that
Yeah.
cat has seen things.
Yeah. You just like the old
Look at
And
West.
that.
he ate them.
Look at that,
He
man.
saw, he ate.
Walk in here after I shoot your hat off. Meow is what I say to
He's having a double. He's having a milk double right there.
Look at him.
That's not skim. I can tell you that.
Full fat, hombre.
Bear market.
Bear market here. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I think that while they all have a distinctive enough look, I think why I'm surprised it's not doing better is I feel like these games all appeal to the same gamer.
I agree.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like, I think they did that well. I'm just surprised that not enough of those gamers are backing this. And I think it may be because it's this bundle, right?
Yeah.
Do those gamers buy games 5 at a time?
Exactly. That's what I think
Or-
the issue
Right.
is. Yeah.
Right.
Or do they go to a con and these are pick up on a whim games?
Right.
Any
Right.
small box games like this that are clearly part of a set but have distinctive looks or
Yeah.
one thing that separates them from the others, these are impulse con buys, I think.
Yeah, right. I think these are the kind of games that will sell off of demos better than they
Yeah.
will off of a page like
I
this.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
You know
you'll
what I mean?
demo this, you'll get it very quickly.
Right.
And you'll go, all right, yeah,
This is
sure. How
cute. I
much?
like this.
Okay, yes,
Yeah, I'll
I'll
do it.
get that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you guys. I'm worried this is fighting with itself.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, it is level 99, so it might come to retail afterward anyway. And hopefully, I
Correct.
think it'll see
Yeah.
more success there.
Yeah.
All right, next up we've got Comao here, which is a game of modern air warfare. Seems very in-depth, and it is making bank.
This
It
is the
is.
converse to what we were just talking about. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this looks like a niche game. Oh my God, $300,000.
I know.
I almost
I
put
know.
this in that like war game category where it's like the fans. I mean, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? If you're into this, you're into this, and you understand and appreciate the little nuances of this game.
Why is it making this much money? Is it because it's a war game but it also looks really good?
My guess is that this is something that we're not familiar with. There's some type of a larger community out there that has heard about this game through different
Yeah.
channels, because I think the designer actually served in the French military.
Right, and he was
Probably-
a combat pilot. I
right.
think I saw. Sorry, I'm struggling.
No, yeah. No, like I feel like this has been probably been talked about, advertised in places outside of board games, and it's coalescing
Maybe, yeah.
here. You
That
know what I
could
mean?
be it. That could be very well be it. Yeah, the video's a banger at the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
The game's components look very well put together. I'm sure mechanically it is very sound.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm personally not that interested in air-to-air combat, this dogfighting idea, the game, if you are interested in that as a setting, what else is there? There's
Yeah.
a couple of other games, but they're not going to be realistic like this.
I also think if you put this side by side, we're going to look at one here in a little bit that is a combat game, a war game here, and if you put them side by side, I'd play this one. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So
I
I think
know
it's
which one
also
you're talking
appealing.
about.
It's also appealing to a broader audience, I think.
Yeah, that's
You
a really
know?
good point. I think it'll appeal to the 500 chit war gamers,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll also appeal to that are off put by that, which
Right.
is what you're talking about here in the future.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
Right.
You're right. I think this has a more approachable look, but it probably looks realistic enough that you also get the hardcore. What, grognards? Is that the term for the war
Well,
gamer?
that seems. Is that like derogatory?
No,
I don't think so. I think
grognards is not
they use it for
derogatory.
themselves.
What is it again?
Grognards.
Nards.
Grognards.
I
This
like-
is
I'm gonna
it just
use
looks
that.
amazing. I mean, look at these animations,
Yeah.
the way this is all it just looks very,
It's
very
a
clean.
slick page.
It
for
Right.
is.
sure.
It
Yeah.
really is. Very well done. All right. Next up we have Whistlewood Express. Speaking of well done, this is not one that I found to be particularly well put together on the page. And I just wasn't sure I understood kind of what I was doing in the game. They kept saying like the cards, which is these small
Tiles.
cards.
Tiles.
Tiles.
They're cards/tiles. You put them
Yeah.
out. You treat them as cards in hand. Then you put them out, and they are the choo-choo trains behind the
choo-choos.
locomotive. The thing scoots up one card length at a time, but then you take it as a worker and remove it to an adjacent card to take that a bit. What?
To take that
I can't
ability?
I can't see this game at all.
I think it's like it's kind of reminding me of like Floriferous at the same time, where you're like, and you're taking that, and that's potentially a scoring opportunity that you're building into something like that. Like when you actually take it, that's what I was parsing together. It was strange because it did seem like by the time
Sorry.
that you got to the actual gameplay, it felt a little limp. It was like, oh wait, what? That's it? Like you've been saying this whole time, like the second to learn, a lifetime to master kind of stuff. And then I look and I'm like, you mean you have like one rule, and I'm still not clear on the gameplay. That's not simple. That's not straightforward.
They've also got this thing, this Freight Master's logbook here, which is basically not a campaign, but a book of extra rules. And as you play, you're supposed to add extra things.
Right.
Like now you can, I don't know, the train moves twice. I have no idea what these rules are.
Right.
It's a
But it
highly
worth
kept
more, yeah.
secret. The point being, this is just a book of variants, I think, and you can mix and match them however you want to. They're selling it as like a thing you unlock. Ooh, but I
Right.
think it's just a book of variants.
I will defend them on that. I really, really like that. I like
the
that
idea
a
of
lot.
that?
Yes, like rather than just throwing everything into the game and then being like, oh, and here's your family mode if you're a wimp and can't handle the game.
Mm-hmm.
I do like this, that it kind of unlocks as you go, or you can, learn it all and pick and choose what you put in if it's just kind of modular. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Stanky Meatloaf.
Yes,
thank you
Stanky
for the,
Meatloaf.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity to say your name.
I have been looking for a reason
Right.
all day to say Stanky Meatloaf.
I've been on this one was a journey for me a little bit. Like there were elements of it. It's like I don't particularly love train games, right? They're okay. I don't go out of my way, but there were certain things about this. I was like, this looks different, right? This looks
Yeah.
You guys are both
unique.
feeling this a
a
little bit.
little
I
bit,
think.
but I'm with you in that I really don't understand what it would feel like to play it.
Right.
And it could turn out to be very kind of slight or overly convoluted. They're selling the basic version of the game as family friendly, right? And then when you add the book stuff,
Not
you can
safe.
tailor it to the, whatever.
Yeah,
to
it's
the,
not safe for work
it's
anymore.
not safe for work anymore.
It's goats.
That's right. But I don't know. Like, I don't have a lot of like excitement for it,
Yeah.
but there's something about it that was intriguing to me, and it was hard for me to pin down what it was.
That's interesting. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
But I will say that this is exactly the kind of project that belongs on Gamefound or
100%,
Kickstarter. It
yes.
is not
Yes.
that first one we looked at that I'm like, just somebody just published this.
Right.
This is not that, right? This
Yeah.
is like, great, you found your place, you found your people, go get them.
It's a little more niche than that, whereas the
Yeah.
other one felt ready for the masses.
Right.
This is a little more like, find your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it felt like.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
All right, next up we've got an RPG here. This is, I think, legitimate Salvage here is like a zine, an RPG.
No, I think it's a.
It's a
not
setting
not
for
a
an
miniatures game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's core rules, legitimate Salvage core rules. What is it? I thought it was an RPG. It's from the
It's
people that make.
It's a
Oh,
it's
okay.
a system. It's
Yeah,
kind of like
it's-
if you make something for D&D 5th edition, something like
Right.
this. It's this system that then this is a setting for.
Then it
this
also says this:
rules.
all content can also be used in the Morkborg tabletop RPG.
Yeah. So it's
That's one. That's like adjacent to the one we're playing. Pirate Borg is from these people.
I think it's just a system then that is like incorporatable.
Incorporatable, yeah.
Incorporatable. Sorry, my shoe's untied. I'm good.
yeah. So it's compatible with these other systems. It's interesting because it almost looks like one-offs to me more than
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels more
Yeah.
like one-off stuff.
I'll
here.
say this: this made me feel the way that looking at war games on here normally makes
Yeah.
me
Oh,
feel.
100%.
Like it's clearly not for me, and I'm an
Right.
idiot for thinking it might be. Like I just don't get. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I wasn't grasping it.
This is one where I want to write down all my questions and have someone else ask them for me. I
Yeah.
feel so out of my element that, hey, I know these questions are going to be really stupid, but
Yes.
help me out.
I will
You
say I
know,
like the aesthetic.
Oh,
of
I
it a
love
lot.
I
the
think it's
look,
really
the
cool looking, yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
I want to play a board game set in this
Yes,
setting.
Yeah.
Just not a miniatures
Right.
or RPG. RPG a little more than a miniatures game, but like
Sure.
I want a board game with this vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Get on it.
yeah, it's freaky. I love the whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
you're a spacefaring salvage collector kind of thing. Love that.
It's interesting
that.
too that I hadn't heard this term before, but apparently it's a miniatures agnostic game, meaning like there's no set minis for it. You can use any minis you want that will kind of fit within this.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? I thought that was an interesting thing too.
Which I guess that's why it could go with like an RPG or something like
Yeah.
that, because it really is just a setting. You kind of create it. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, here's the world, here's the idea, here, incorporate this into these systems that you have.
When they say miniatures agnostic, do they mean
Well, you can scroll up; they explain it.
Is it the setting that's flexible, or is it the rules that are flexible? I guess.
I think it's the setting probably. In other words, like maybe you have some Fallout minis or something that might fit in this world. I don't know.
Oh, I would think
right
that
there,
was
miniature
the rules.
agnostic war game.
I thought it was the rules because then it can go into all the different. Okay, we're just showing our ignorance. This is
can't read that
fantastic.
'cause of
I think we should keep going.
It's incorporatable.
Okay, it's
Incorporatable.
Incorporatable.
Is that what you said?
Incorporatable.
All right, next up, we've got
pronunciation.
Mythic Roll.
The
Return.
I like this.
This is basically 3D printable dice towers.
STLs, yeah, you're getting the STLs.
yeah.
They are support free, so they're ready to print, and then they are single color, but they're also set up that you can do a multicolor prints as well. So kind of a plug and print, couple different designs. I think pretty well done too. They all seem unique. I like that, and I thought that GM screen is fire. I love it.
So what do we got? We got Gnarled Tree.
I love it.
We got Don Quixote's Nemesis over here.
And the
we got-
windmill spins.
It does, yeah.
does spin, yeah.
We got Dragon Keep over here. Gargling Dragon over here.
Yep, he swallows the dice.
Spider's Lair.
Gross.
I
Back in. I don't know what is that.
don't know what that one is.
Yeah.
3 Little Pigs.
Right.
I love that house. That is a really cool. If nothing else, that's the house one is a really cool Halloween decoration.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that you
This
could
is
put
like a
out
mech type
seasonally.
one. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Now you got your dice vaults.
And then
Ways
dice
to hold
vaults.
your vault. You got Dragon Egg.
I
You
like
got
it.
Skull.
Yep. In the
You
brains.
got Tube. I don't know about
you,
that.
you got
You know.
Map Holder.
Map holder, yeah,
everybody.
and then like the book of
Yeah, it's like
evil there.
a mimic, basically.
This
I
this monstrosity.
Love it.
You
I
like
love
that?
it so much. I love
That
it so
is
much.
intense and a half.
I love it. It makes me so
Good
happy.
night.
That'd be something to paint.
That
Oh,
would be
that
something. You have to
would.
paint that. If you had a 3D printer,
Yeah.
you would print that.
I would.
Would you back this just to print that?
How much is it? How
Let's
much do I
find
pay
out.
for it?
Dice
You don't wanna know how cheap I
Master,
am.
blah
Don't do
blah
this to me on
blah.
camera.
Enthusiast, you get 1 dice tower or dice vault from the core collection. Okay.
I bet the GM screen is,
Is
a
that
separate
negotiable?
one.
Dice Master includes all core models. No, Legacy Collection. Where's just the
What is
good night
what is add-ons?
add-ons?
Okay, Joey already backed it, apparently.
Did he? Do we
That's
think
what
so?
it says. He said it in the thing
Did
in the chat right
Oh,
now.
Yep, I already
thanks,
backed
Joey.
this.
Oh, Joey. Did you get the GM screen? Joey,
Mike Heller wants to paint the DM screen.
get in line, Mike Heller. Just kidding.
I'm not seeing
You can do what you
where.
want.
That's just a tease. You
That-
don't,
look
the
at
DM
that.
screen doesn't even
Oh
doesn't
my
even-
gosh.
That's kind of like a koozie.
Oh, it's a
Koozie.
it's a
Joey, did you also get that? Can I have that?
Yeah, it's at the Dwarves Inn or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, that's how dwarves do it, okay?
Yeah.
You
I'm in
think
need
they're
of a new
drinking
koozie.
grog? That's a
No.
Bud Light, fool.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Modelo.
Joe's being
Arr,
amazing.
Dos Equis. Okay, so
Yay.
very cool. I agree with you that shield is.
Deck
Oh,
holder.
look at the deck
there.
holders. I missed those. Oh, I want this. Oh, I'm so excited. I have a friend like Joey.
All right, let's get that pick of the week graphic ready.
Yeah, get
Oh,
that
ready.
ready.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Carnivore.
We talked, well, not we, because I wasn't here, but this has already been talked about. 100%.
Mike did in spirit.
Whether
We
it was
talked
in the news or whether it was on
I don't remember.
Crowdsurfing.
I feel like this was one that we talked a while
Yes.
ago about because we were
Yes.
excited it was dinosaurs and Tom was
Yes.
here and he was like, "Where? Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I am surprised we haven't done a dinosaur RPG yet. Do you think he knows they exist?
I don't think this is.
No, these are like, yeah.
This is
This is
another
a miniatures
one.
game, yeah.
Right. But
Who would we be in a dinosaur RPG?
I would want to be. Didn't you see a
Littlefoot.
dinosaur the other day that's like, wasn't it something like a Bulbasaurus with little T-Rex arms or something? What did you
Bulbasaurus.
see? the
Oh,
other
I saw you
day?
talking about that movie I told you guys about the Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh,
That's
that's
what
right.
I would be.
There's a mutated T-Rex in there.
I would be a mutated
Legit.
T-Rex.
I
Incorporate
don't think we
Saurus.
should be Sauruses. I think we should be people, but then that doesn't make any sense.
That we tame the dinosaurs and ride them.
Okay, this is now just fantasy. You just
I'm
call it
gonna-
fantasy then.
I'll be the guy in the outhouse. That's my
Okay.
character. The whole time,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa.
in the outhouse.
I love that he goes back to the time of the dinosaurs. He's like, I'm going to invent an outhouse.
That's right.
Like that's Mike's
Right.
contribution.
That's my world of fantasy.
Paleo.
Can finally get some respite
Get some
on the
alone
can
time here.
Anyway, this looks this is funky, man. This is like if you
It
really if you love. I love this, by the way, this animation.
Yeah.
Where he drops and it just becomes chunks of food.
That's beautiful.
I love it. Yeah.
If you love dinosaurs and you love miniatures games, hello, this
Right.
is for you.
Yeah, and these models are very cool looking. Like
They're cool.
they look quite honestly like toys you'd get at the Children's Museum.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're kind of that same scale. They're about that same level of detail.
They do go into it quite a bit, by the way,
Yeah.
with how the fight system works in here. It seems pretty in-depth.
It does. Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Rematch, the Puzzle Fighter board game. So this one is a... let's get down here so you can see. It's a marble combat game where two people sit across from each other. You pick a character. That character has special combat triggers that require 1, 2, or 4 marbles. And on your turn, you take marbles from this ramp.
Yep.
They have to be adjacent, orthogonally adjacent, of the same color, and you activate your thing. The neat thing is, like, the player on the blue side here only has access to the 2 columns closest to them. The player on the red side only has access to the 2 columns closest to them.
So when I was right here,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this looks terrible. I'm like, I do not. This has that overly messy, super.
Selling on this marble.
Yeah.
you know,
I'm like, man, this looks like super gimmicky and cheap. And the further I went down, I'm like, man, it still looks gimmicky and cheap, but I am like really getting into this.
The gimmicky
Like-
and cheap becomes like arcade nostalgia, doesn't it?
It's like all of these different characters. And again, I can't explain to you enough how much I dislike like the
The
font and the
aesthetic.
look of it, all of
Okay.
it. But what it's doing, I'm like, I'm kind of way into this because I love
Yeah.
the asymmetric characters. You got the chef and their board is like a little chef's thing. And you've got the DJ and they've got a little like record thing. I'm like, this looks
This is
great.
cool.
This is basically marble thrown,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is,
Instead of
right?
dice
Yeah.
thrown, this is
Yeah.
marble thrown.
It is, yeah, right. And you're trying to outlast the other person in the arcade, you know, like
Yeah.
make them spend all their credits. And this is, I believe, the first game that's coming from Brother Ming. I know we've looked at a couple things in the past from them, like some dice. Yeah, they did dice and then some anime
Okay.
stuff. But I think this is their first game that I've seen.
That React, I think, was a game.
Yeah,
Oh,
Maybe.
was it? Okay. Maybe
But
I
you're
missed
right.
that
They have a
one.
lot of other things that they've been doing,
Yeah.
clearly with that
Right.
anime aesthetic front and center.
And in a way, I'm almost glad to see that they've done components, because when you're bringing in, when it's kind of on this hook of a marble free flowing, you know, kind of like gizmos or something like that,
Yeah.
you need to know the componentry is going to be there. And so that they've done dice before, I'm hoping that leads to an understanding of making good components. So I'm actually stoked. I'm there with you, Mike. I thought this looked kind of lame, rip-offy, generic, but the more I watched, I was like, I'm into this as well.
Yeah.
This is really cool. And then as you like run out your health dials, you lose access to certain
Right,
marbles,
that's
so
right.
that becomes part of your strategy
That's
as
right.
well. I can no longer use yellow marbles.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I'm digging this one.
it looks simple, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's not
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
lost in the weeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Phantom Epoch. Speaking of simple, this ain't it. This did not give me a simple feel. I wasn't sure I
No.
could follow what was going on in this one.
Well, this is
Doing
an
quite well.
expansion too, right?
This is the
Yeah.
game again and an
Right.
expansion. Doing very well.
Yes.
1,000 backers, 200,000 buckaroos there. It seems beloved online.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a hard time following what was going on. I was curious what you thought, because it seems it gave me just the barest hint, because of the card-driven thing, to it felt a little Spirit Island-ish.
Oh, that's interesting that you make that comparison, because I kind of was getting the same vibe, but I couldn't figure out why.
Okay.
But I'm liking that as well. I'm liking the characters that you're developing, that you're making choices you go through to impact them and kind of what they become. Seems like a lot that they're trying to put into a Kickstarter here. You know, and they're trying to get...
Gamefound, I think.
Is it on
Yeah.
Gamefound? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, into Gamefound. It's a lot of information that they're trying to pack in there, and
Is it? No, this is
it is
Kickstarter. My
okay.
bad.
And get through to you. And I don't think much of it came through, because there's a lot going
There's a
on.
lot.
So much.
So much, but it's enough to leave me intrigued. I really am intrigued in that you can have the standalone with this, or you can have the campaign with this.
One-offs.
I
Yeah, it's
really,
great.
really like this way of tracking health here.
Oh my
with
gosh,
the dial. I'm
I
like,
was just
please,
thinking that. These are fantastic
why
bases.
have more games not done this yet? Like that alone almost has me ready to jump in on this game.
Because the hero clicks has been a thing for a long, long
Yeah,
time. But
yeah.
the hero clicks are kind of, they're a little finicky. You know,
are.
it's like you really got to struggle with that. This seems cleaner.
I am stoked.
yeah.
That right there is enough to be like, you know what? I'm excited about what it's developing here. This is my style of game. Give me a clean way to track damage and health on the board. I'm very willing to try.
Because I know you really hate the pile of little tokens next to a figure, and then
Yeah.
that figure has to move, and you got to drag their little pile of
Right.
tokens with them.
I
I'm not a
hate- I-
fan, but you
Me
really
neither.
despise it.
I really hate that.
And this
so
is
messy.
just a super clean way to deal with that.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, this looks. I got lost. I'll put it that
I-
way.
I
I had
Yeah.
the hardest time just being like, "What? This is not clear." It's the exact opposite to the marble game where I'm like, "Huh? Oh, got it. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Super clean." I explained the game to you already just from watching their
Yeah.
video. This, I have no idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
this seemed like a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got 1809 Talavera.
This is
This
the one
is
you
the
were
one you were talking
That's
about.
what I was talking about. Yeah, it's like, hey, if you know, and I'm not putting it down. It's
No.
just not something that I can speak about or have interest in, honestly. But kudos to those who do. You know, this is
Right.
for people. They love
Sure.
it. That's fantastic. And this is the one I was comparing the other two. Like, given the
Right.
two, I'm going to go that way.
She said 4 people, by the way,
Right.
not 4 people.
Yeah.
For the people.
Yeah.
For the 4 people. No, we've talked
Because
about this.
you said it, you were like, this is 4 people.
better.
They
Four
love
people
it.
out there.
Yeah.
Those 4 people love
4
it.
backers, $300,000.
No.
No, this is we've talked about this with these types of war games where this is a great utilization of crowdfunding.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because they've got their market. That market knows what they want. They know what they like. And this is just the publishers giving the people what they want.
Absolutely.
And able to up it a little bit. Like, to us, we see mounted map and we're like, what is that, a selling point? Well, I mean, it is.
It is
Right.
100%.
It
yeah.
is. Yeah.
What kind of nerd would do that? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You can get 1809 Talavera or 1811 Albuquerque. I don't know what it says back there, but I'm going to guess it's
I like
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
I think Albuquerque.
Having
sure.
recently driven through Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go with that.
Let's do that.
There you go. All right. Walkable City. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. Walkable City is from Tim Fowers.
Yeah.
Who's made quite a few games, but he's best known for like the Burgle Brothers games,
Yeah.
And the
and then the paperback, typewriter, hardcover. You know, the word deck building games.
Yes.
That's
Those are the 2 big ones, I would say.
Yeah.
This does not seem like either one of those things at all.
No.
It is a cooperative game from what I'm gathering. Bag building kind of cooperative game. But I want to hear your thoughts.
I want to like this so bad.
Okay.
There's so many things about it. I mean, you put the Burgle Brothers in there, you start talking about, some of the other games he's designed. I'm like, I want to like this. I like the theme, trying to build this transportation system together cooperatively in a city, utilizing bike routes and bus routes and trains. I love so much about this, but I hate that board so much. It's like, it reminds me of Get On Board prototype. It's like
exactly
it's like
Yes.
my thought.
really, it's like
Yes.
times 50 and in prototype form. And I'm like, I want to like this. You completely lose me on the visuals. Like it almost kills any excitement I have for this game.
You basically took the words out of my mouth.
Really? Oh.
Like, I like the theme. I think it's a very noble thing. It's like, yeah, let's promote walkable
Absolutely.
cities. I mean, the more I've been in walkable cities, I sure as heck didn't grow up in them,
Yeah.
but the more I've been around them, I'm like, man, this is great. I'd love to incorporate this. But wow, it's just off-putting to me,
Yes.
the look of it, and it
Right.
just doesn't look
I mean,
finished.
this artwork over here on the side, right?
Right, yes.
That's fantastic
Love it.
artwork, right?
Yeah.
That's I forget the artist's name.
Is it
now,
Ryan
but
Goldsberg?
I think it's
Right?
Ryan
Oh, okay.
Goldsberry.
Goldsberry,
Or
Goldsmith, or
No,
something.
I think it's Goldsberry.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
It's very good art. I love it. It's that same, again, Burgle Brothers kind of aesthetic. But
Yeah.
there's almost none of that in what we're looking at. This
Right.
board, 100% looks like a prototype. It does not look finished. I am having, and I'm not saying that it's not visually clean. I'm sure
Right.
this game is
It's
a
usable.
breeze to play. I'm sure it's so easy to play. I just don't want to stare at that for
Right.
an hour.
This feels like the game you're playing on Friday at school, so you don't have to do,
Yeah.
It feels like that. Like the one that your teacher is like, here guys, work on this project instead of in the book, and you're like, okay, sounds good. I don't have to do my textbook assignment.
You know what?
That's what this feels like.
It also doesn't evoke the theme. Like that doesn't look like first of all, it doesn't look like a city. It looks like a colored grid.
Yeah.
And why not like really lean into here's what is unique about walkable cities, right? Yeah. I don't see that there. Right. I don't see it.
Again, I think had they taken maybe a little more inspiration from Get On Board, Let's Make a Bus Route, something like that has a very similar thing here, how you can incorporate artwork and have it feel En Route. We saw that as well. Another roll and write that does something similar here. Yeah. I just wish it had more of that. This one makes me sad. I mean, in fact, the theme, it reminded me as you were talking, Mike, of like Daybreak, where it's like, this is a really cool thing, us working together on something that's really hard to make these environmental strides. I love that. But if you're going to call it a game, you got to make it something that I want to play.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, we're all feeling the same way, where this game evokes all these other games we tend to enjoy.
Right.
And all of those games, we are more excited to play right now than this game, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. Maybe, folks out there will see this, they'll love the theme, and they won't know those games or don't care for those games and absolutely adore it. I hope it does very well, but visually is my biggest struggle here.
And even this push your luck bag building, that sounds so cool. Pushing your luck, trying to, if this had an update tonight and it just on all these pictures said board is prototype, I'd be like, I'm back in 100%. I'm like that close on so many of these things, that I'm excited about, but I cannot get past the visuals.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got here is Heroes of the Shire, Light and Shadow. And this one, first of all, kind of a confusing name because
on so many levels,
it's hard to get away. I know you can just say the Shire, that's fine, but like calling anything the Shire is going to immediately evoke the Lord of the Rings.
And Light and Shadow is not going to push you away from that evocation either.
Right. So, okay, it's not that. Fine. Different title. Might have been good. But then again, the company is called Senior Games, so maybe the naming
could be Senior Games. No, it'll be OR. No
OR,
I. And that's got a kind of like a Leviathan Wilds look to it.
It does
it's
a
just
little
like,
bit.
I don't know. There's a lot of.
Well, then it left me thinking, I was like, am I missing something? Is this a video game? Is it kind of like Slay the Spire and something I don't know about?
Is it? Maybe it is.
I don't think so, but I went through, after this, I went through all these evolutions to try and figure out what it was because it felt adjacent to so many different things.
Right, exactly. I like the fact that they have these, the spiral-bound maps and all of that. Fantastic. I love to see it.
Acrylic standees are cool.
Yeah, they're doing, of course, the thing you have to do where it's like scenarios, 1 to 80. What was it? Here, 1 to 50 plus hours. Okay. Or the arena mode where you just fight and then it's, an hour and a half or whatever. Cool. Great. This looks like an interesting shot. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm just not sure that this game that is in a very crowded market right now, these arena combat games or campaign games, I'm not seeing how this one is standing out from all that bloat that's already out there or on the way.
Yeah. I mean, they do a thing where they try to show you how it separates itself. That's kind of what this is here. But I honestly think like any one of these games could do that. You can name 1 or 2 things that are like, oh, this is unique. Is it really? I don't know. Maybe, sort of, kind of. But it looks like, again, another one of those things where it's like, what is it about this one? There's like 20 others that are very similar in scope and in style and what it's trying to do. Why is this one different? Now, this is the only... Oh, I did remember. There is one thing I liked about this. They did not... Well, not just one thing. I mean, it's a well-put-together page, whatever. But I like that they didn't go with some of the very stereotypical type of heroes. Like, I like Raven Goddess. That's cool, right? Cool. And they keep going. None of them are like the standard... fighter,
and this
warrior.
Is good, by the way. Like, these components all look great.
Yes.
A little repetitive. It's the same image of her 18 times.
Right.
But still, that looks good.
That's
and
cool.
That's like a zombie cat or something.
Right. And there's and the other characters, I think, are similarly unique. I do like that.
Beastmaster.
Clairvoyant. I mean, those are cool, right?
It's not Barbarian and Ranger.
Hydromancer. That's very cool.
I like, so that was one thing I'm like, okay, cool. At least they didn't go with like the standard, by the numbers kind of hero types,
These are pretty good. Yeah. It's a good... Look, once you start showing me some more of this artwork,
Yeah.
I start to get a little bit more excited. But you're in a crowded field right now. Your naming conventions aren't the best. I don't know. There's something on the edge of generic for me on
Yeah,
this
a
one.
little bit.
It's not quite there, but you're towing the line.
That being said, I did think the cooldown mechanism in this, that is probably what kind of has me most interested. That if you use a skill that has a die that goes on, so each round, then it's going to cool down.
Yeah.
But then your character, you have your cards have a different kind of cooldown
Yeah.
system. So I like the integration of those cooldown systems.
Yeah.
Where everything kind of has its own unique way to cool down. And I thought that
Between
was-
the look of this and the Phantom Epoch look, which one do you think you like better?
I think I like the overall look of the Phantom Epoch, but I mean, I will admit in 5 minutes I won't be able to tell you which one was
Which was
which.
which.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have to keep coming back to the page, be like, oh yeah, that's the one with the cooldown, and this is the one with X. To the point that when we were talking about the one earlier, I might have mixed it up there because I think I was thinking about this character leveling up when I was talking about that one. So it's like, unfortunately, like Mike said, it's a very crowded market that it's hard to keep them straight. And I'm to the point almost like I need it in hand to be able to
And
tell
really-
you the difference.
And you need to swing for the fences at this point with your theme at the very
Yeah.
least
Right.
to stand out. This is a fantasy game of combat and exploration.
Yeah.
That's very difficult to stand out if it is even, and this one's trying a little bit with those
Yeah.
character classes, but still, it's fantasy. We've seen it a lot. There are campaigns galore out there. Every week it seems like
Yeah.
there's a campaign on Gamefound or Kickstarter that is promising the next big thing in
Right.
fantasy storyteller-driven games. And
And I do feel like this one does it better than Phantom. Like Mike was saying, the Raven Goddess, the Hydromancer instead of the Fire Mage or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So I do think this one swings a little harder.
I'd like the characters. Yeah. a lot.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got here Heroes of the Pacific, which has been out before many times, at
Yes.
least games in this system.
So am I correct that this is basically this new publisher fulfilling things that didn't get fulfilled before?
Is that what it is? I don't think I understood that. I don't think I got
Okay.
that.
If we get towards the bottom, I may
Okay,
be
so
confusing
why
it with
back?
another one.
The system's back.
Bigger than ever.
There's some
back?
graphical updates here. This is based on the
What was
Flying
that?
Pig game. Used to be from Flying Pig.
Heroes of Normandy, maybe.
Heroes of Normandy, and there was also Hero. That was like a Cthulhu one.
There was, yeah. Wasn't there? There was another one, a weird one, but yeah.
Anyway, so this is it. I'm not sure where you saw.
I may be wrong. I may be thinking of a different game. I thought this week there was one that was basically, hey, this had been an unfulfilled Kickstarter or Gamefound or whatever it was,
interesting.
and one of the things we're doing is making this available, but this may not be it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
I
like
mean, I think we would have seen it by now. So I'm getting
Okay.
it confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
one
missed
is, again, it's a tried and true system. If you're interested in this kind of game, it's likely you've played it already. If you're
Yeah.
new to the hobby, of course, you haven't, then this is a tried and true game.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, I mean, this is a slightly offensive comment, I'm sure, but I think that's proven even further by the fact that it's on Backerkit. I feel like this is for an audience that they know where to go to look for it. It's not breaking into new territory, being on Gamefound and trying to swing for the masses. A niche market that knows this game, that knows where to go to look for it.
Maybe. I'm
know.
actually a little baffled it's on Backerkit. This could have been on Kickstarter, and I think it would have done fine.
Yeah.
Maybe better than this, because this is not an unknown entity.
No, it's not.
I think that was
This
my
was published
point.
by Yellow.
I was
for
gonna say it was
goodness sake.
yellow, right?
I mean,
I
Again,
remember
I-
seeing them at cons.
I feel like, though, that it's a niche market, so it can, again, kind of offensive, get away with being on Backerkit. It's a little
okay,
hidden
okay.
on Backerkit, but
it's
it's
a
still
hit
gonna-
on Backerkit, not on this game.
Yes, it's a hit on Backerkit
Got
where it's
it.
like, hey, this one can get away with being on Backerkit and be successful there because it doesn't need those new eyes on it and to really be out there looking for.
Yeah, maybe.
players.
Maybe. All right. Next up, we've got this one is the old ones of El Dorado, and as it says there, a relaunch. I guess they had an issue with the last time they did this, and they attempted it again.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing okay. I'm surprised he's not doing better than this, especially from Dronda Games has been putting out some good games. We have a review coming up, myself and Tom. It's not out yet.
Okay.
I did check. I wanted to make sure I didn't
spoilers.
spoil my own review.
Yeah.
We have a review coming out of Mutagen right here a little later this week. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to talk about it right now. But we've played many of their games in the past. Pioneer Rails is one that I really enjoy. I think it's a great flip and right style game. Explorers of Navoria, I know you really enjoy that game.
Explorers of Navoria. I really like that. I know we have Lost Lumina here, but I don't believe anyone's played it, right?
I haven't played it yet.
I don't think so.
And then this new one seems to fall in line with their bigger games a little bit. The Navoria, the Mutagen.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a Euro style game with a spooky theme, a Cthulhu-esque theme. And this one also gave me that feeling I had a while ago in another one where after they explained the gameplay, you have cards. They have a top and a bottom. You can play them however you want to whichever side. You put a card out. You then can move a worker and that gets you to a place, or you pull the cards away and put them into your hand. But then if you do that, you corrupt the player whose line that is, I think. And after all of that, I'm like, I have no idea how to play this game. I do not understand. This makes me feel the way that train game made me feel. You're saying mechanisms. I'm not grasping how this might come across.
Well, and I think, unfortunately, one thing that it has working against it for me is the old ones, El Dorado, feels... When I say it, it's very reminds me very much of the Quest for El Dorado, and so I was thinking this was a follow-up to that with a Cthulhu theme, and I was stoked.
I would have loved that.
I was stoked. So I had to emotionally get over that, and then be like, oh, wait, it's not the Quest for El Dorado; it's the old ones of El Dorado.
Right.
And so getting past that hurdle, I guess, then getting to the game, I was really intrigued actually by that action mechanism where you put it down, you go up the line, and if it's someone else's line, you have that corruption. I went more on the journey of this is really simple. Oh wait, there's more going on, because there's also this whole mechanism of there's these people that you are so you're not sacrificing them. What's the word they used? They're delivering themselves. You are helping them be delivered to the old one.
Ascending? I don't know what it was. I don't think I remember reading
and some of them are going willingly, and others not so much.
That's fantastic.
And I was like, you're not going into that mechanism at all. So I think there's a little bit more going on here than maybe what the page is putting forth. And with that, I'm intrigued by this for sure.
I don't know if
this game is simpler than it looks
I
at
agree.
first, though, right?
I don't know if you guys remember this, but they were heavily advertising this at Essen.
No.
Like they had a big, huge poster of this. I'm like, oh, is this game out?
They had it for Mutagen too, actually, a couple of years in a row.
Yeah. So they've been talking about this one. I'm also very shocked that you like Quest for El Dorado so much.
I know.
To the point that I'm wondering if we're even talking about the same game.
If I know that it's a Reiner Knizia game?
Yeah.
I do know. It's the only Reiner Knizia game that I can think of that I like.
Okay, well, good. But yeah, no, I'm with Yuzi. Like, it feels like it should be something you can just easily understand. It's like, you play a card, you can play it one of two ways. If you play it this way, it does this. If you play it the other way, it does that. It's not really that.
Right.
And it feels like it should be. That's the thing. This looks like it should be at most mid-weight Euro game, and it's maybe, but they're not. I don't think doing a great job of really condensing it down, because that's really what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, by looking at the page, get a pretty good idea on how the game is played.
Yeah,
and maybe both of us are dense. I don't know.
No, but I also feel like that's Dronda is it's not really good at that.
Yeah.
Because I thought the exact same things of Explorers of Navoria.
Which wasn't even their game, to be fair. That had been released in China a couple of years before.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But even then, when it came to the page, I was like, I had no idea what was happening in that game. And you play it and you're like, this is relatively simple. It's really symbols heavy, but I mean, I think it could have been boiled down to a cleaner picture or clearer picture, at least for the campaign. So I think that's not a strong suit of theirs.
Yeah.
Which I love that game in the end.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
And so I am excited about this one. This is one I'm excited to give a try and give a run.
If it was here, I'd definitely want to play it.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. That's where I'm at.
Going to my house.
All right, Club Manager here is a football board game. It's doing okay. It's got some backers. I did not really It seems like you are leveling up your team. You are, I don't know, doing soccer things. This one I was not understanding and or feeling a whole lot. I'm also not a big fan of this aesthetic, though I understand it
Right.
is fitting and very clean.
Sure.
This is like the soccer game for war gamers a little bit. It's kind of
soccer management game.
I think that's the
Yeah.
thing. I think they're leaning more into like the administrative era of scouting the other team and trying to set up a lineup and things like that. This one didn't necessarily appeal to me. I'm not a huge soccer or football fan, worldwide football, I guess. But I have found soccer-themed games that I've enjoyed. That Magic Number 11 is a little 2-player card game that I really enjoyed, and a huge knowledge of soccer is not all that necessary. Here, I kind of feel like I would need to know quite a bit more about the strategy and minutia of soccer than I have.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got King's Crown, second edition, or second printing, I should say, and then also the expansion, New Songs of Home. Have you guys played this yet?
I've not, and I've not played this.
I feel
Have
like
you?
this is my biggest of the newish games. This
Yeah.
is the biggest hole because I've had numerous people, Tom one of them, that tell me that they really think I would like this game, and I do
Interesting.
love the aesthetic.
I figure you'll like it. I think you'll like it, yeah. It's very, it feels like games from the Root people.
Oh, from Leader?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it feels like
Oh,
a Leader
interesting.
game. A little bit,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the look as well. I did not care for the game very much. I thought
Okay.
it was, it's that kind of game that feels ultimately very self-important. It's that game that says, like, you're going to, in the game, you have a card, you play a card next to another card, we reveal them, and then we see what happens. But it's so much more than that. I'm like, no, it's not. You pick a card, you put it next to another one, and you reveal it. There's a couple of symbols on there, and they
Right.
matter, but so do other 80 games that don't come across like they are the second coming of gaming.
Got it.
This game is reading its own press. And I'm being hyperbolic and I'm being shorthand because, I'm trying to move it along, but
Right.
that's how it felt to me. It has that kind of feel of like, oh, everything is so, the elegance. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's elegant.
Well, then on top of that, they also have these 2 other games that they're throwing into the campaign that they don't talk about in the title or hear anything until it's kind of abrupt when it's like, oh yeah, and this other game, Amulet maybe,
I think Amulet may be right.
Amulet, and then there it is,
Oh, here, sorry,
the Waking Kingdom,
Amulet.
and
Oh,
Amulet,
Amulet.
yeah,
Amulet, yeah.
which is a card game. I don't know. I couldn't follow it. It was very kind of what you were talking about, elegant, and it's a game that they play in the game, so very meta, but also very elegant, and so much more than just a drafting game.
And then this one, the
and then
Waking
this one
Kingdom,
here
yeah,
as
yeah,
well. That it just felt somehow you're wanting me to think this is so much, but not telling me what it is either.
It has, again, they strike that line, they write that line between those Leader games and also a little bit of Ivy Studio feel.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yes.
very
I think
stylized.
I get.
It has that feel. It has that little bit of a feel, Ivy Studio, I think, it feels to me mechanically similar in a way, but
Yeah.
less sort of, their games to me come across less, if you don't know, then you don't know. If you don't get it, then you don't get it, and it's not for you. That card is
I
not
see.
just a card. That card is the implication of the years you've had to build up to this moment.
I see.
It has
Okay.
that feel a little bit.
All right. To be fair, my guess is those 2 other projects are really not the draw point of this
Right.
Sure,
campaign.
sure. And
It's
this is
mostly because
doing-
this game basically, I think,
Yeah.
sold like crazy, and now everyone
Yeah.
wants it and you can't get
And you
it.
can't get it. So then
And
here
I
you
am
are.
in the minority here.
Yeah.
I understand that. This is very beloved. Very
Yeah.
beloved. It's making over 2 million pounds here, right?
Which
so
is fantastic. I mean, yeah.
17,000 backers. I
That's a
am
lot of
very much on the outside.
What's the delivery date on this?
The-
The
if you
second printing.
get just a second printing, it's fast.
Oh, okay.
Is that right? Okay.
What about the expansion? I'm curious.
I think
curious.
I
that
don't
might be
know.
next year.
I don't know. I don't know where to find it either, to be fair.
You can find it
Shipping?
in the because they have quick delivery. I think they tell you when, right? If you might have to click on it, but
Where am I looking?
to the right, select this reward where it says.
Q2 2027. Songs
you
of Home
go.
only.
Okay, there you go. Right here.
So that's the expansion.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you get
So
the
Q2,
quick
that's not that
delivery,
bad.
it's
Quick delivery 2026. It just says 2026 over here.
Click on
Okay.
that thing there. See if it tells you.
No.
Apparently
No.
not. Okay.
Mike is spreading misinformation.
No,
Great.
you get
Now
it.
I
You
own
get it
this.
He
tomorrow.
has
Now
no
I
idea what
own
he's
this.
talking
Great,
about.
thanks. Now it's in my cart.
Buy it now.
Golly.
Quick buy.
Okay, here we go. Next up, we've got
Look at a bearded dragon.
Flippin' Dinosaur.
Flippin' Dinosaurs.
A 2-player card game of, I think, flipping over little cards and matching or making groups or something.
hate
This
this.
is a kid's game, I think, but
I don't
there's
know.
no pictures of kids playing
I
ever.
don't think it's being really marketed to kids.
I'm so confused, you guys. I don't get it.
It's not a matching game. It's like a searching game because you're moving your dinosaurs around and trying to get your little meeple dinosaurs on the tiles of their dinosaurs. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I feel like if I keep talking about this, I'm just going to be punching down, so I'm going to move on.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't for any
Well,
of us, I think.
right.
If you like this artwork, then look at it. It'll take you 10 minutes.
Yeah, you'll get a pretty good idea.
Yep.
All right, next up, we've got, this is Botany.
Yowzas.
Now with Floral Dragons, though, fool.
Floral
Botany
Dragons.
came out some time ago. It's not a game I've played, but it's one from a company whose games all look kind of like this.
Yes.
They look like turn of the century, the last one, not this one.
You play them when you're having tea service.
Yeah, turn of the century. You are entertaining, and you're has that look, right?
That Jane Austen era, Victorian,
Exactly,
obsession.
yes.
You know, right?
That's
yes.
it.
And for all of their
Yeah.
games, they have a super deluxe wooden box version, and inevitably, at every convention I go to, somebody has brought the wood box. So they've got a very passionate fan
They
base.
do.
Someone has brought it.
Brought it to the convention to play it. The big wooden box version.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those
I've never
boxes are
seen
not
this.
meant to stay home.
No.
You got to share it with the peasantry.
That's right. It
This is
goes
making
into
almost $1
steerage.
million. It is Botany, but now with these dragons. And I feel like I should not probably talk too much about these dragons because I don't want to get in trouble again
Because
with
he
the
hates
dragon
dragons.
crowd.
He's a
That's right.
dragon
Okay?
hater.
You're
Don't come
notorious.
at me with your dragon pinions.
Yeah.
So none of us have played Botany,
No.
right?
No.
Because I want to know how similar this gameplay is or how unique it is.
I don't think it's like this at all.
I didn't
thought
think so
Yeah.
either.
I
Because
didn't
this was
think
definitely
so.
giving me Trekking the World vibes with, what's the Darwin one with the tiles?
Darwin's Journey?
Darwin's.
Or in
No.
the footsteps,
in the footsteps of Darwin. It was
yeah.
like kind of a marriage of those two
Yeah.
games, and honestly, kind of about the weight of those two games.
Yeah.
with
This
the
is like
look,
if Darwin went insane and started sketching dragons instead of actual animals.
That's right.
Z's being really mean, but I like the look of this.
No, it's a good look.
I think that this is really pleasing. I think that's where I would put this game. It's very pleasing. I think that there is a strong fan base for it, and I see the appeal of this.
100%.
I honestly think all of their games do great at what they're trying to do. Whether that
Yes.
aesthetic appeals to you or not is a different story, but I think that their games look fantastic.
They know what they're going for,
Right.
and they nail that.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
vibe, right? That look.
Exactly.
These,
That's
I don't know if they're pewter or not, but they have that look of like a classic game
Right.
that has pewter pieces. The aesthetic looks found. This
Right.
looks like a found game. It's fantastic.
My question with not just this company, not just this game, whenever the aesthetic is such a huge part, I just wonder how much game is there? Like you're putting so much time into the look and the production. Is the game going to suffer? I think of, and this is not, I'm not putting this on this publisher because
Okay.
I don't think it would be fair to. I haven't played any of their games, but I'm trying to think of the name of the publisher that did. They've done several games that I've always loved the looks of them, and the games have always fallen flat for me. Like they did a Japanese themed one. They did a tabletop one where it had like the
Not
little
like My
calic
Shelfie
shelves.
Stacker.
No.
No, you're talking
It had
about the
like
actual
little
shelf
wooden
one?
shelves
Yeah,
with
I
little
remember that
boxes that
one.
you put into them. Cogito Ergo Sum, maybe? I don't remember.
Okay.
But like they always look great, and the gameplay I felt has suffered. I don't know if that's the case here. Botany seemed like a set collection-y type game. This looks more like you said, like a path or a route kind of thing. But I don't know. It looks beautiful. But I don't know about the gameplay.
I agree. We often talk about theme first. I don't even know that this is theme first. I feel like this is aesthetics first or
100%.
vibe 1st. This is vibe. What vibe do we want? What do we want it to feel?
You open this
what-
box, it's gonna smell like potpourri.
100%, as it should. It should be scratch and sniff dragons.
Dragon butt up and down the box.
That's a different kind of floral.
No, so I like it, but I do wonder. I think that is something that company is known for. Is
Yeah.
like it is that aesthetic first and
Yes.
gameplay, not gets kind of repetitive.
All right, next up we've got Voidfall here, Resurgence expansion, and the Galactic Box reprint. Have any of us played Voidfall?
No, I played the follow-up. I played the Revenant game.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
so
I
Void-
think is a more streamlined game in this universe, but I don't
Okay.
think mechanically they're terribly similar.
I know Voidfall is a big, enormous, long,
Yes.
tons going on. It is a Mind Clash game through and through. It is what
Okay.
makes Mind Clash Mind Clash. It is the kind of game I will avoid at all costs. And it's a stunning looking game. It's like a Venus flytrap if I was a fly. I'm like, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the look, the aesthetic. I mean, it just looks like an amazing thing, but I know I can't. I shouldn't fall in that hole.
Mind Clash, other than they've now kind of they have their Mind Clash play line, right?
That you can actually play is
Those
why
are
that's
those are
called
games
that, right?
that are for a more
General audience.
more general audience.
Yeah.
Say it.
These are for a very particular type of heavyweight gamer, and they've got their audience, right? Mind Clash, they know their audience. They are very good at giving their audiences what they want. They're premium productions. They run good campaigns, all those types of things. But yeah, you know whether this is your type of game or not. If you've played any Mind Clash game in the regular line, Tricarion, Anachrony, I think is probably the most approachable. That was one of their earlier games. But like those Perseverance games, man, like I played that and was like, man, this is just too much. It was that one was the one that was a bridge too far. So
Well, like you said, though, I mean, their games are so high, well regarded.
Yeah.
But I do think they toe that line of not quite lifestyle games, but pretty
They're
close.
pretty close.
Like, this is my game that I play. Kind of
Yes.
like people that play Gloomhaven, and that's the only game you play for a year with a certain group.
I
Something
think
like
so.
that.
I
You know,
think it's exactly that
that's
kind of
what
game.
These
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that, but it's an undertaking. I don't think I'm at a point to undertake. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. This is a game. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This still falls into game.
Oh, okay.
So this is MEOW Cat Adventures by Catalyst.
Catalyst.
A catastic campaign for D&D 5th edition. Feline-filled one-shots and a possum full-length adventure. Cat combat, cat mysteries, and meow.
Comma, no thank you. Period.
That's
Mike?
like 55 plus at the top.
What?
55
Fantastical.
plus. Where?
Oh, for 5e.
It's only if you're
Like this is
particularly...
for the AARP crowd.
Yeah, you
All
love
right.
cats.
Yeah.
Come get you an RPG.
So it's 5th edition, basically.
edition,
it's,
yes,
it's
but
a
cats.
cat. It's a cat universe for 5th edition. You could say, Mike, I have less than zero interest in this, but I know people will have an interest in it. Right?
I 100% want to get this for Tom for Christmas. That is
Just
the
for the
best
random
use of
cat
this.
generator alone.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, you know if you want it. I'm moving on.
Yeah, you know if you want.
What is this? Okay, that's it. That is gonna do it for the actual games. We'll come back and take a look at a couple of goofy things. But before we do that, we're gonna pick some picks of the week here, and we're gonna start with Joey and Tom. Here we go.
My pick is the same one that we started the episode with, and that is the Old King's Crown. I'm very much like the first game. It's one of my favorite games that came out in 2025, and I love when there is more factions for something. 4 factions for the original one was neat. I wasn't upset that there wasn't more factions, but you had 2 more factions. You've added 50% and very different things going on. I'm very excited about trying these out. So if you haven't got Old King's Crown, here's your chance to get it. But even more importantly, a couple new factions. It's my pick of the week.
Hey everybody, I'm Joe Evans, and my pick of the day is Rematch, the, I guess, puzzle fighter board game. It sounds cool because first of all, I love gizmos. I love anything that has like the marbles falling through there. I love tag team, where you get those combos and you're battling somebody. This sounds really interesting, and it has a lot more going on to it than I thought it did when I first saw the pictures and the video. So again, I'm very interested to see how this plays out because the whole idea of this is fascinating, mixing those marble tower and tag team style battler. Sounds really good, and there's like a lot of things like the people, you try to get the crowds on your side. Anyway, this looks really good. Asymmetric characters. There's a lot to like about this. I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I think it's unique. I think it combines a lot of things I love. So that's my pick of the week. That is Rematch. Let's see what they thought. They're probably wrong.
Alrighty, let's do our own picks of the weeks. What do we got?
Oh, hey-oh. I'm going to do the 3D printing one.
Okay, that is
in there
that one.
somewhere.
Mythic Roll, The Return.
These don't get me often. These don't, but I like the idea. They're support free. I like that I have a friend who 3D prints, and he's the best, and I really like
Wow,
his
pandering.
face.
Blatant
and,
pandering.
You know, I hope that he will return the love and print me a GM screen. My birthday's October 16th. I like this.
For all the GMing you're going to be doing, right?
No, I'm just gonna put it on my Calyx. It's gonna look amazing.
You should run
that's all.
you should run the cat campaign with that GM
Oh,
screen.
No, I'm just gonna put
yes.
this as like, a decoration on my Calyx with some little, like a pencil out in front of it, and then a couple little dice. It's just gonna be for right next to my Lego set.
It's gonna be an
Yeah,
aesthetic.
it's gonna be super cute.
Mike, what do you got?
I'm going with Joey. I can't believe I'm saying it. No, I can't believe it.
Joey's lame.
This rematch. This one was like one of the biggest surprises in a long time. Where the first look I got at the project, I was like, man, this looks terrible. I'm in, baby. Yeah, this looks great. I do wish the aesthetic was different, but gameplay looks really good, so I'll live with that.
All right, and I'm going to go with the old ones of El Dorado
That's
here.
a good one.
It is one that I'm very apprehensive about, I'll be honest with you, but I'm giving Dronda here the benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping that it's one that, just because I didn't quite grasp it while I'm looking at it, doesn't mean I'm not excited for this funky theme of eldritch beings meets ancient, the City of Gold. It's just like, I don't know. It's a funky theme. I was talking about how some of these other games need to swing for the fences when it comes to theme. This is swinging for the fences. It might not pay off, but I'm liking the way it looks and that they are taking that big risk.
Nice.
So that is my pick.
Good
Now,
games this week.
let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of quick, goofy things here, including Hamtel.
Yes.
The world's first impact-driven nutcracker hammer. What is
love it.
Hamtel? Is that a
Hamtel.
compound word? Hammer?
Telescoping hammer?
Hamtel.
It would be Telham, but maybe
Hamlet.
Telham is already a trademark
Delicious treat.
by
Pig.
the Honey Baked Ham Company.
Yeah.
So what I think is so important about this is that I can't tell you how many times I've been driving in the car while cracking nuts and been trapped and needed to get out my front
100%.
windshield.
I
You
know.
never know.
I love that
Yeah,
they're like,
it's
this really took a
basically-
left turn. They're like, okay, you can use
Yes.
this thing. It's like an impact thing. You
Yeah.
load it up, you let it go, it cracks the nut, you get to eat the
Yes.
nut.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
it gets you out of your car safely.
Yep.
I'm like, wait a second. What is
Yeah.
that? This
Car
part right
when
When you're
here.
just like making
Yeah.
your way downtown,
I'm like,
and you need to smash a window.
What is going
Happens to
on?
all
Why
of
would
us.
I
I
also
keep
like-
this in the
I
car?
also like
Why
the
would
little
you not?
notification under that. It's like for emergency use only.
Or
Intentionally breaking glass? Not cool.
It's
or
illegal,
when
yeah.
somebody cuts you off.
Right.
I'm just saying, these things happen.
so
Crushing
strange.
science, yeah.
So strange. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's your brain on crushing science.
I think I've learned through Crowdsurfing, being on this show for 3-4 years now, that I'm a sucker for a good nutcracker. I think this is like, we used to have, we had that other silicone
It didn't
one.
work though, really.
Oh,
It
it
okay.
worked.
It
It
worked.
did it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
your
like
girl
this
had
worked.
many a
Yeah.
pecans.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. I'm a fan of this, guys.
Did you try breaking your windshield with it?
I haven't.
All right, well.
It might work. We don't know.
Yes. We do have the company van I could try it on. So-
Wow,
like
it's
that.
illegal, I believe.
I believe.
Isola 26 is the 365-day waterproof adventure jacket that comes with so many pockets, you'll literally forget you put stuff in there.
That's the thing. It's like there's too many
Golly.
things here. Like I also love how they call it like a mobile desk, and it's basically a flap that folds out where your phone can sit in.
Look
it.
at this guy. Look, I'm
it's a work
sorry.
desk.
If anybody's
It's
standing in
amazing.
front of me and they go like that and
Right.
then start to open that, I'm looking away.
I'm
Also, if
shielding
you
my
come
eyes, 100%, and
within-
calling 911.
If you come within 200 miles
Blowing
of
my
an
whistle.
airport wearing this jacket,
Oh, no, you're done.
You're going to be tased.
Yeah, you can't
I
go
hope that
anywhere
jacket
near.
has tase protection because you're getting tased.
This is my favorite, though, by far.
Yeah, look at that. The workspace.
That is so cool, man.
Mobile
Look at that. You
workspace.
have a spot on your chest that you can just like...
Yeah.
This is how we need to sell it to Tom. It's like, Tom, no, I will work from home. See, I even bought this jacket.
So look at this guy's
GPS
great
pocket.
too. The sleeve
Yeah.
has a transparent part. You keep your phone in there. What is happening?
Yeah, so you can use it for your GPS.
So
Now, this
so you
is-
see the calls
is too
coming in
much.
and you can't take them.
It's
So
too
what
much.
happens to just some pockets?
This also seems like one of those things that when you wash it, it's going to be the game of like, what electronics
Oh
did I
my
ruin?
Wash
God.
it.
Like, that's
What
I'm
did I
saying, like,
wash
what did
this
I
time?
ruin?
This is going to destroy
Yeah.
any washing machine you put it in.
That's what
All
I'm
these
saying,
zippers.
You can probably put a washing machine in one of these.
That's
containers.
right. Yeah, it has a washing machine in the left side.
That's fantastic.
All right, next up we've got this intervalometer.
Uh-huh.
Interval, I should have, yeah. Interval is
yeah.
the like a musical
Right.
interval, and then a meter.
Intervalometer.
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 I always thought that I didn't understand music theory. And
Now I
this
understand it
proves
less.
That,
Right.
Yeah, I definitely do not understand.
I looked at
music
this, I'm
theory. I
like,
was
oh, it's like a clock? Nobody
Yeah.
told me music was like a clock.
Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's like a D20.
I'm
Can I
looking,
get like a
Good.
digital readout version of music?
I'm looking for the
No.
Viewmaster when I see this. I'm
I
like, where do I
know.
slot these things in? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like a cool tool for schools and
sure.
whatnot, but
Tool for school.
it's just
I'd
a
li-
bunch of 3D printed little readouts. Like,
Yeah.
I feel bad because as soon as anybody sees this project, which is probably why it's not making any money,
Right.
if people like it, they're like, oh, that's neat. I'll copy that.
Right. Or it's like, I already understand music theory. Oh, that's a neat way to do it. Right.
I'll
It's
just
like
teach it
Yeah.
that
how many
way.
people
Yeah.
are using it as a, right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I agree. And then lastly, we've got here,
Ooh,
Oh.
this is Mike's technical pick of the week.
I gotta tell you.
Oh, I thought it ended. I thought we missed it. No.
Yeah, what's going on? Show me the video.
Try, I think you have to hit.
Oh,
There
it
we
is.
go.
All right.
This, guys,
This
here.
is
basically,
the
did you-
Cuddle Lifter.
Yeah.
It's a fitness harness that you put on your child, but it's not for their fitness.
No, it's for
No.
yours.
it's for your fitness.
This is-
because you're gonna pick up that kid and you're gonna curl them. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you're
yeah.
gonna do pullovers.
Yeah.
Okay, with the kid.
They mentioned donkey kicks.
You're gonna do donkey kicks with the kid, right?
Yeah.
Look
I
at
love
that.
it.
Look at
This is like, is your kid,
If you don't
ruining
have
your
a kid,
gym time?
yeah.
Do you have
Get a
growing
mannequin. That's
resentment
right.
towards your kid because you didn't get to the gym today?
And he makes a lot of
There you go.
assumptions. Like, I don't know where he's getting his scientific evidence. Things like children love to be picked up and put down repeatedly at fast speeds. I mean, I may be paraphrasing a little bit, but it's like children love being flung about the room.
look at this part. It's great.
yeah.
What muscle is this working?
Right. I don't know.
This is working your inner ear.
This is working your vomit muscle because
Yeah,
these
right.
kids are going to be puking all over the quad.
He really throws them over. That's my favorite part right there is where he like clearly gets bored of just the airplane.
Right.
So he decides to like spin it.
Yeah.
If you miss that grab, that's your kid's face on the ground.
Right, right,
'Cause
right.
You're clearly
Yes.
passing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
handle
Right.
from one hand to the other, okay?
Yeah. Also, I can imagine you're on Venice Beach. You're at Muscle Beach, right? You got all the guys there. They're working out. They got the things. Hey, Billy!
Come here.
7-year-old comes running over,
Yeah,
gets them on,
Dad.
puts them on there. You're up there with all the muscle-bound guys. Oh, yeah! You know?
Looking at people walking by. How
Right.
you doing?
yeah.
I'm curling my child.
Billy's on his iPad. Oh,
It is just wild.
this can't be real.
Amazing.
This can't be real.
This has got to
It's
be
just
like
the best page.
a project for
Have you guys
school
read
or
The Risks?
Oh, I've not. Is it?
I
Shaking
haven't
Baby
either. I will do
syndrome?
everything I can to keep everyone up to date on all aspects of this campaign through a private Facebook group.
Uh-huh.
As a startup, I will not be able to order the harnesses until after the campaign is successful because I currently have no capital for inventory.
None.
Yeah,
Any
exactly.
delays or issues will be addressed in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Not publicly.
And also
I love
the
this.
what he's looking for. He needed $50,000 for a website. I think he just passed.
Oh
it.
gosh,
It
what
was-
happened?
Whoa.
What did I do?
Oh
I don't
my
know what
God.
I did.
Whoa.
iOS 27. What happened?
What am I doing? What is going on?
Oh, it's your bank account. What's
Oh, I
happening?
think I closed it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait. Oh my gosh! Hold on.
And the project is now. It's gone forever. Z was
All
the
right, I think it's
Facebook
safe. I
group.
think we can go back.
Z was the private.
Okay,
There it
here we
is.
go.
Joey had your back.
Yeah, he was asking for 50 G's. He passed it again.
Oh my god!
You
Hey,
keep
Kurt,
passing
that's
it.
a
This is
dollar.
like this is
He's
like
won
a
16.
this is like a
dollar.
2-scroll thing.
He
No.
won 16,500.
Is this the one with the stretch goals?
Yeah, that's
that
what
are
it is, the stretch
fantastic?
goals.
Where's the
Oh,
stretch
these are
goals?
fantastic.
Keep going right there.
Closer.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
my stretch goals are for $50,000 website,
Inventory.
Does that
inventory,
say stuff?
Isn't that what you're getting the
Yeah.
money for?
and
Stuff.
marketing. Yeah, what does
Look.
what does inventory mean? Like the 16,000 I'll buy the stuff, but I won't count how many.
Right. Also,
Yeah, I will
won't-
count them.
I won't inventory what
let
I
me
have.
explain. This guy
might
doesn't
sell
need
out.
to spend any money for marketing. He's a genius.
I agree.
He doesn't need to hire anybody.
This right here is free. This was free for you.
Right.
Just a
Okay,
taste
watch
of
your
what he
money
can do.
double. You have $1 now, $2 by the end of today.
Oh, he also needs for a vehicle. 150
Does it
Gs.
really?
He needs a vehicle.
Oh my gosh. So pretty much he's asking for a salary.
I've got to go drive to the place where I can get my inventory.
Yeah, I
There's a-
have the inventory. I just
I
can't go
have
get
the
it.
harnesses.
need
I have
this.
no children. I need a vehicle so I can put some kids in these slings and curl them.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, there you go, folks.
woo.
That's crowd surfing. That's going to do it for us today, everybody. We've got tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow's Thursday. We got news in the morning.
News in the morning.
There's a video that Tom and Chris are doing about the most
checked
played
out games. Yep.
Dice
right?
Tower
Most checked out
West,
games at
which
West.
was just last week.
And then
2
there's
weeks.
a top 10.
There's a top 10 with you guys talking about something.
Games. Hold on. I got this. Games that make me go oof.
No.
Oh.
Games
Top
that
10, look what I built. Games.
Oh, I was so
yeah,
close.
games that I'm
Oof.
like, yo, check it. Yo, check it games. Also, I'll remind you again, Dice Tower East.
Yes.
Okay, get your tickets for that. Get your hotel rooms for that. You get a shirt that's a banger
Don't
like
wanna miss
this.
it.
Look at that shirt.
Stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
You get a
Tote bag
tote
like
that
this.
looks like that. And
And a
fifth
marker, if
anniversary
you
as
get one
well.
of them too, right?
That's right. Fifth
Not the hotel-
anniversary.
yeah,
The
yeah,
other
get,
one.
Get a little marker to,
Yeah.
to make a little yearbook out of it for our 5th anniversary.
There you go.
So excited.
All right. We're going to get out of here, folks. Thanks very much. My name is Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Mike Delicio.
Go curl some kids.
Yo.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.